When David hit us up and asked if we could do a junket spot, how nervous were you going into this?
I thought it was so fucking funny. I've been texting you pictures of myself naked all day. Your Wheezy from Toy Story look.
Oh my.
And
he's got a red bow
looking
tie.
for a squeaky. Yeah.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Manly Things,
Sort of.
podcast where we're talking men's fashion. And today, we might as well talk about the
We're just
press
kicking
tour,
back,
right?
man.
Yeah, we're kicking back. We got
We're
some
kicking
new
back.
chairs.
We're talking about
We're
a lot of really
lounging.
important things.
My name is Evan Simonich, celebrity menswear stylist. Sally John to my
Sally
left.
John. I do some voiceover work. I auditioned for an anime. Didn't get it. Whatever. I'm also taking an on-stage and on-camera theater class soon.
So
Or
the
acting
wait,
class.
wait. So the acting's coming back.
Mm-hmm.
That's very exciting.
Full time.
Could you give us a line of your anime voice audition?
Yeah.
No, but I can give you some Shakespeare. To be or not to be, that is the question.
Oh, that's a bummer about the anime. Anime is huge. So you showed up today in this outfit, not knowing that we had these new chairs in the studio. Thank you to the Lawson family. We appreciate it. Talk about the outfit real quick.
I'm not wearing pants.
The
Remember that? Do you know?
leg tattoos are showing.
Do you know who Mr. Beast is?
I definitely know who Mr. Beast
There's a
is.
meme. Mr. Beast. He has his feet up on a table and he's wearing skin tone shorts and he looks like he's butt fucking naked. That's what I feel like right now.
I
Anyway,
got you. You really look good. You look good.
Birkenstock Boston clogs. These dumb fucking Bomba socks. These custom mesh shorts that I actually
Custom?
Yeah, custom.
Okay.
They were old mesh shorts and I shortened them. Custom.
Tailored.
Okay.
Tailored is custom. Yeah.
This is from Adidas and a guy that is not a good guy.
Read that guy again.
And
So
I,
no shirt. So do you wear hoodies with no shirts underneath a lot?
yes.
Okay.
It's more comfortable because I'm already wearing a shirt.
That furry coat is
I'm wearing a cashmere sweater
respect,
24/7.
man. Respect, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Respect.
What are you wearing?
I want to talk about your hat. I like actually, and obviously not the Yankee logo, but like the denim like dad hat is
You want to
great.
know something?
Go ahead.
Abercrombie and Fitch exclusive.
No.
Yeah.
So did you go into an Abercrombie and Fitch,
Nope.
or did you
Went
order
online, but I'm
Yeah.
considering going in because I hear the denim is great.
I hear the denim is. I hear they've had a whole resurgence. The guys aren't outside the store anymore. You know.
What the fuck?
I
Are
know that
you
was
joking?
the only, I know that was the
Oh
only
my
reason why you
God.
wanted. So you're not going to go anymore. Yeah. Nothing. I got a new shirt from Born and Raised. They did a whole City of Angels thing in collaboration with the Dodgers. So I've bought a handful of things there.
Mhm.
Levi's, Tecovas, nothing, man. We're grinding. We're getting through day by day here. So,
Grinding as hard as Tony Hawk in the 1999 X
Dude,
Games.
respect.
Where
And
he-
Tony Hawk Pro Skater,
I
dude.
think that was when he landed the 300 or
Yeah,
300.
something like that.
He swiveled a little bit.
Before we get into the whole David Corenswet Superman press tour,
I didn't know we were getting into it. I was supposed to bring up that topic.
yeah, that's fine. I kind of got grilled a little bit from the whole movie, top five movies, favorite movies, whatever from last episode.
AAA movies? Is that what we called it?
Five-star
movies.
movies, that's what it
5A
was.
movies.
5A movies. No one has heard of About Time. Do you, Lucas? Do you like that movie?
Lucas is like,
please?
dude, that's my favorite.
No,
Oh no, you didn't like. You
I
didn't.
actually don't like that movie.
That's
I'm just stunned that no one's heard of it. That makes
No one's heard of it. I should have talked about two movies that I genuinely love and appreciate, but it was a topic of conversation that came up that day. Notting Hill and Jojo Rabbit.
Never heard of either
What?
of them.
No, no. You've heard of Notting Hill. Don't
Hold
be
on,
dumb.
we got Lucas waving for the mic.
Jojo Rabbit, please, Lucas, please let the people know.
I do like Jojo Rabbit came out that year that there were just a ton of really great movies.
Yes.
I think that was 2019 or 2018.
Yes. Yeah, 2019.
2019.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taika Waititi directed and wrote. Yeah, fantastic movie.
But I just watched Notting Hill like a couple weeks
For
ago
the first time?
Yeah, and I absolutely loved it.
Yes.
I'm on a big Julie Roberts kick.
Hell yes. Yeah. So she's like my all-time crush, Julie Roberts.
Yeah, speaking of Julia Roberts, have you ever looked at Ira, David's dog,
Gershwin?
and gone, that kind of looks like Julia Roberts? But really what he is he's a mix between Steve Buscemi and Julia Roberts. But in Julia
if
Roberts,
they had a baby,
No,
leaning
no,
Julia
no.
Roberts side.
it's Steve Buscemi playing Julia Roberts in a biopic. That's Ira Gershwin.
The eyes with the hair.
Mm-hmm.
Well, respect.
Okay,
like that.
so
Okay.
the main topic of this episode, which is this worldwide massive
Crazy.
press tour that you're doing. I think it's bigger than Barbie at this point.
So obviously going on it's a day-to-day thing and you're traveling from city to city. From your eyes, and I would love to get your guys' opinion too, Sam and Lucas. What does it look like from because obviously social media is showing a ton. The social media crew that has been traveling with us everywhere we go has been really doing a good job of it, I think. What are you guys seeing in terms of the promotion? Are you guys over it? Is there too much going on? Obviously, be honest with it.
Kind of boring. I wish there was a duo.
Kind of boring. Okay.
Wish there was a duo that would have sat down with him and interviewed him a little bit more intimately. Two friends.
I've seen a ton of promo on TikTok and Instagram and.
Is it? Do you guys like it? Is it cringy? Is it funny?
It's a balance between the two, right? I mean, some of them are solid, and Lucas and I have actually watched a couple of them and looked at each other and been like, "That was actually pretty funny." Good. But then other ones are straight following TikTok trends or whatever. Yeah. And a lot of the time, I think when larger studios have their social media teams sort of try to follow what's popular in the pop culture world, it sometimes becomes a little outdated or sort of weird. But all in all, I think they're doing a pretty good job. Pretty polarizing too, you were saying. Just
to rebut you a little bit, it works because it's Superman Lois Lane. And the one that they started with, which pissed me off so much, was the and they were your tickets, right? I was like, dude,
that's actually the one I'm
that was genuinely one of the very
I'm talking
first
about,
ones.
And I don't know what it is that trend pisses me off to begin with. So I think
I actually really love what they're doing.
Good.
She's I loved that one.
I really enjoy authentic content, and I feel like it's authentic. I think they're doing a great job at it. I actually had a question kind of for you, Evan, about it, because the one thing I noticed that I really, really enjoyed is Superman is a very manicured character. Everyone knows Superman. He has a very specific style, and I was really surprised, and I don't know if I was just reading too deep into it, but that they let David shave his head and have a beard.
Oh yeah.
Was that something that was talked about? Because that clearly stood out to me. I was like, wow, I can't believe that Superman has a beard. It's when the Yankees started wearing beards. So I was this feels weird.
No, from the get-go, he knew that he was going to have his head shaved for a role that he had just filmed in March and April. And when we were talking about it in February, he knew that he was going to have a beard throughout this whole thing. I think he likes that masculinity. What do you think in terms of a shaved face David versus a bearded David?
Knowing him somewhat personally, this is exactly how he wants to look all the time. However, there's a part of him that wants to have a little bit more of a dad bod. A little bit of a chubby bod.
Yeah, I don't want that.
We don't want that at all. He won't fit into anything. I need
clothes.
He'll fit into everything.
Yeah, right. No, I think the look is this is him to a T. He actually, what's funny is he's kind of shaved his head on his own. He does his own thing, grooming wise, and so
I taught him that.
Yeah, did you? Mm-hmm. Good. He needed to be coached with it, but personally, I like this look a lot. I do also love when you look back at the Vegas CinemaCon look where he's shaved and tan and longer hair. I do like that look a lot. But let's for a later day. He also looks older here. He looks a little younger with the beard and the shaved head. But yeah, I like this look a lot.
How has it been going? I mean, I think you've been away for 2 weeks at this point.
About 2 weeks, yeah. And we were gone for 10 days, back for 4. And then gone for 5.
Are we in the back for 4 right now?
No, we're back for 3, and then now we go to New York and do New York stuff. So when this episode comes out, we will have seen the movie,
and the movie will have been out for a couple of days. Everyone, please
go buy tickets.
Buy tickets to Superman either on Fandango or your theater's personal website.
Go watch it on IMAX 3D, whatever. You go big.
I wish it was at the Sphere.
You wish what?
The Sphere. If it was filmed,
that would be sick.
Specifically for the Sphere.
We got a glimpse, and we should have done a better thing with it. They had a popcorn thing. You know how Everyone's got
I have
these
a picture of
popcorn
it.
buckets, dude. You have. So let's try and show the picture of it because the Jurassic Park had. Did you you put it in the cup holder and it's the footprint of a dinosaur.
I've always
The
had
popcorn's in that.
I've always held the opinion like, cool, that's fun and stuff, but like, really?
Well,
You're gonna
yeah,
eat
it's like,
popcorn
what is
out
it,
of
a
that?
fucking
But also,
Travis
do
Scott
I
concert?
get
do
a
you-
big thing of popcorn with that, or
But-
is that like, you know what I mean?
What are you gonna do with it after? Like
Well, right, like I
continuously
don't want it
fill
on my
popcorn?
whatever. When are you
Yeah.
guys gonna see the movie?
At the premiere.
At the
We're
premiere.
going tomorrow night
We're going
to the premiere.
tomorrow.
Excited, nervous. Are you like nervous? Are you
Well,
worried?
I've been texting you pictures of myself naked all day saying,
Yeah.
hey, is
Hey,
this
look-
good? Is this good? What about this
You
one?
look sharp, man. I think you'll look different than anyone else, but in a good way, obviously.
Thanks.
But no, but and also like with this whole tour, I think I'm happy with everything, how everything's going. Do you like how he's been looking? Well, you had a good idea of I've shown you looks throughout the prep for all this, like what he was going to look like. Are you happy with how our friend has like looked and represented himself, represented a studio, represented a character? Like, where are you at with that?
Okay. Can I be honest with you? Or do you want
Sure.
me to just like
I
sort
want
of glaze
dude,
you
I want-
and
I-
make you feel
look,
like the man on top of the
know,
world?
we know that I'm different than a lot of stylists out there. I want to be criticized. I want all anything.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You ready?
But I don't want compliments. So nothing positive.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It's great.
Really?
No, dude. No. So, okay. I really like the silhouettes that you have him wearing.
Okay.
And the tailoring, I think, is stunning.
Okay.
Particularly the that purple gray suit
The purple in,
in
Rio.
Rio.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
Okay.
And your London look, your Wheezy from
Yes.
Toy Story look. Do you know? Do you realize what's going on online?
Wait, the what from
Wheezy. He's the rubber penguin.
Oh my!
and
He's got a red bow
looking for
tie.
a squeaky. Yeah.
Fuck.
So
Big trend online.
big
That
trend online.
is funny.
So you nailed that.
Damn it!
I'm joking, by the way. Very, very good work. I
Thank
like
you.
it's very eclectic and there's a lot of variety to it. However, I'm looking at the same guy wearing the same clothes, which is, I think, in my opinion, the point of a press junket.
Mhm.
You want to know who the person is without even knowing, like, you want to know
Yeah.
the silhouette of them. You want to know the idea of them, and you're doing a really good job at creating some sort of like temporary identity.
Yeah.
And I wonder what you and him in particular will think in like 10 or 20 years from now when you look back and you're like, okay, Chris Reeve looked like a Barbie doll
Yeah.
at his premiere.
Yeah.
And you go back to David Corenswet and it's like, oh, that does not look like a guy who played Superman.
Yeah.
So that's my question. Do you think that this is, we talk about things being timeless. Do you think that this is timeless?
Yeah, 100%. I think we knew going into it with how David is as like a person wanting to represent a character and basically a studio in the right way. The only push in terms of fashion that we had to do was that look, the Gucci look in Rio, the purple one. That was the more fashion forward look of the whole tour. If you but also that's why I'm excited at the very end of this whole thing. I'm looking forward to, like, say you line up all 20 looks. I think there's a cohesiveness to it. I think that there's a timeless aspect. I would be proud if he were to look back and be like, I stand by all these looks. And I think he will. The tailoring helps because we had everything custom. So everything had everything was obviously fitted to him size wise. The one issue were some of the looks, and even like the Wheezy penguin thing is so good. I'm gonna have to get him like a toy. That's so good. The internet is undefeated, by the way.
We'll get you we'll frame a photo of him in that fit and a photo of Wheezy. We'll put it in a frame. We'll give it to you.
We'll have it in here somewhere.
We'll
I think
leave it
that's
for him
so
somewhere.
good. Even that look, the pants look really long. And if you look at it here, they look long, but we're traveling. Like, if you think about it, like we're going from like a hotel room to an elevator to a car, in the car for 20 minutes and here. So like learning from this, we gotta be a little better. Hey, like pull the pants up, whatever, do whatever, like all the little fixings, just being really tight with it. And now knowing that like we're filming this on the day before the LA premiere, I'll make sure that where we go and what we're doing, like it is to a T exactly how I want it to be.
And I'll be there to
you go,
really, hey, Sally, run over and pull his pants up really quick.
100%.
So
yeah,
that's a good segue into from Manila to London. Do you have any like funny stories? Do you have any mishaps? Man. Do you have any holy shit moments?
Holy shit moments. No, but this is one of those where like everything went so crystal. Like it's almost a bad representation of a long press tour because everything has gone so smooth.
Why?
I think just because I started working on this back in February, man. Like I was emailing people way back when. I mean, maybe a holy shit moment was like when we got to London, waited a long time for our bags. We had a fitting with Dunhill, who was going to who did the Wheezy look, the photo call.
Sorry, Dunhill, we love you.
the photo call look, which is my favorite look.
Oh my God, the all black?
No, this one.
Oh, the brown.
On top of the roof with the brown, with the suspenders.
With the sissies?
Okay. So here, maybe here's a little story. So we're in the Dunhill fitting and Simon, who was the
Simon Cowell?
No, not Cowell. The creative director for Dunhill, amazing guy, and we're fitting and everything's going great. He brings up something about suspenders, and so does David, and he gifts him 2 suspenders that the next day, like sends them with all the looks and writes a very nice message, and so we're like, we got to incorporate them in somewhere, and then this whole look to me was perfect with the open jacket, tie, suspenders, pocket square. I think the whole look came together really well. So it just being around a lot of these creative people in these fittings, whether it be Ralph, Gucci, Brioni, and Dunhill, I'm extremely grateful, and they've all been a huge help with this, especially with the tailoring, especially with just timely efforts and getting all these things done and ready to go. I couldn't be more thankful with it. Yeah.
So you were just saying before how you feel like this is a bad example of a long press tour because it's gone so smoothly.
Yeah.
It's not your first one, right? But it is your first one that you've prepared for over a year.
You didn't prepare for Mad Max?
Well, no. But he got Hemsworth right before that. So it was like you really couldn't prepare for a year.
But going back to that Mad Max one, like I had Chris slated for a London look that was like a Brunello Cucinelli look, and he put it on and he was like, this just doesn't fit. This doesn't look like me, right? And so I look at the rack and I'm like, fuck, like, yeah, we have 2 suits, but like they were just kind of like normal basic suits. But we went to this Etro look that was all black, and it actually worked out, and he was really happy with it. But like, you go into these press tours look expecting something, and so does the brand expecting them to wear this stuff, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And then I'll take the fall for that, and like I'll reach out to the brand and say, hey, like it didn't work out. This is what happened. And sometimes they're accepting of it, sometimes they're not. And like to this day, like Brunello is still kind of upset about that. But like luckily everything has gone smooth. There's still some stuff that we're like, I have some suits that have been made for him that we're still hoping to land, and we'll make that happen. We have New York, we have some other stuff coming up, but like yeah, I want to make everyone happy, but in the end of the day, I need to make David happy. And as long as he's happy, then I'm happy. It is what it is.
What are the real, key differences you feel like that you're able to really do for your client when you have, this year of prep, this tour is happening?
Yeah.
Compared to, okay, we're going on this press tour right now and he's not happy with his look. Like, what are the real things that you are realizing, like, okay, I've got the time to figure this out?
I think it was all just getting brands to help us, like knowing from the get-go. I probably reached out to 40, 50 brands. Again, like I said last time, 4 or 5 said yes, right? And knowing that I would get their help, those who said yes, I've kind of just really leaned in on their help, and so them saying yes was a huge deal for this whole press tour. And I like working with like a whole like Hemsworth press store and not getting custom stuff made for him. Now knowing that that's a possibility for future stuff, I probably will land on that. But I would say yes. Brands would say yes for that, and then just because of the name and everything. But since people didn't know who David was, getting that help from them, I think now we can probably get whatever we want. But now I want to be as loyal as possible to these brands that said yes because they said yes when he was a nobody. Not a nobody, but like
bro is still a nobody.
I want to be loyal to these guys, and he realizes that too. He knows what's in front of him and what's been in front of him for the past month, and so to those people that said no,
Really quick question. Answer it really quickly,
please.
Shortly. How long does it take to get a custom suit?
Usually like 6 weeks. So they'll rush it though. Like a month is like really tight. Just they have to have specific sizes, but like 6 weeks is the perfect amount of time.
I was looking for just 6 weeks, but the rest was all right.
6 weeks, yeah.
Thanks.
You had an idea for that though.
I did?
Right,
I have like 3 customs.
Yeah.
Okay, you've been dressing David for a couple of weeks / a couple of years now, but intensely for a couple of weeks. From the top of him to the bottom of him, 2 questions for you. What's your favorite garment on him?
That we've worn?
No.
That he's worn?
Not specifically. Like shirts, ties, cummerbunds, pants, shoes. What's your favorite garment that he wears? And then what does he have the most trouble with? Because I want to remind you that a couple of years ago, like 2 or 3 years ago, I think you taught him how to tie a bow tie. And we were at his sister's wedding, and he was teaching everybody how to tie a bow tie.
No,
By the way, he was so proud of himself.
Yeah,
that he went up to Tim and he was like, "Dude, let me just stand behind you."
I think he knew how to tie a bow tie. I would be very shocked if I taught him how to do that. I think he knew how to do it.
Yeah, you're right. I
wouldn't know. He wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I feel like that was something because it's such an old school thing that I think you definitely would have. I would say there are these Saint Laurent trousers that I've gotten him for press that are super high waisted, super baggy. They're these guys right here.
Oh my God, the all black look.
They're
Hot.
recently, right?
When he's in London.
Yeah. Wait, how did that come out already?
So fucking hot.
So
I think he was walking from his hotel to the car.
Okay. So recently, yeah. So they're
hot,
super high
dude.
waisted. I'm telling you, man, these guys they have to be above his belly button. And super baggy, and they fit perfectly. You just got to bring in the waist a little bit. I got him like 6 pairs of them just because they were so good. That one, and I feel like
how much did that cost you?
Oh, very expensive.
Okay.
Very, very expensive. But I would tell this to any and all guys that like, if you find something you really like, genuinely go back to the store and say, what other colors does this come in, and commit to. I feel like when you find that one piece that can make you confident, make you feel good, and you can build outfits off of those one specific pieces, I highly recommend just going and getting them and investing in them, because I think that's an important aspect of it. And then what was the second question again?
What does he have the most difficulty in? Like, is he uncomfortable in pants? Is he uncomfortable in bras?
No, he's probably more. He was uncomfortable with the. Man, that's a good question. I would say he's been very trustworthy with everything. Go ahead, please.
Shoes.
Yeah, we've had issues with shoes. And they've been. That's why like I've traveled with the same like 6 pairs for him, and we've been locked in on those. But even like the Dunhill ones were a little bit big, and so we had to double sock it. We had to sticky tape it, and then you never want to double up. Don't double up with the socks because it's just a weird thing.
It also can cause problems with your tendons and ligaments because you're slipping on one surface and sticking on another, so your muscles don't know what to do.
Damn,
that's what's happening with me right now, because I actually triple socked the other day. And
wait, that's a equilibrium. That's a crazy.
Oh wait, it should have equaled to nothing.
Wait, I have a question for you. So, in terms of going to the junket, obviously, like I was in work mode with that whole thing.
Yeah, we should talk about this.
How was your experience, like being treated?
I thought it was so fucking funny.
It was great. Yeah. When David hit us up and asked if we could do a junket spot, we immediately were like, okay, what day would be good? What time would be good? And thankful to you, you made it work. I was going to be there for work, obviously. How nervous were you going into this? How was that whole situation?
Well, I'll start from one. I didn't know where I was going because this building was in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. But made it look really cool.
Super cool building. I pull into the driveway and security goes, I know who you are. They let me in. I park.
Perfect.
I go upstairs to the check-in and they go, who the fuck is this guy? So then I call you and I'm like, listen, one side of security knows who I am.
But
the
you
other
still got a
doesn't.
press. How did you still get a press thing? A lanyard.
Because I said that I was with David Corenswet and he produced a podcast that I'm a host of. And she said,
sure.
okay,
That's way too much.
You can sit over there.
You can't lie about that kind of thing. So here you go. Yeah.
And
great.
so, well, I mean, when I get into the building, they're like, how the fuck did you get here? I called you, you came down and they put me in the corner of the room where they had every single piece of merch and toy and everything.
Literally
available.
a room that had anything Superman that was made
Toys,
for this movie.
clothes,
they had all
cups,
kids
popcorn
sheets,
holders.
kids bed sheets, kids bed stuff. The popcorn thing,
Rose toys.
the
I shouldn't say
Funko Pops.
that.
the Funko Pops. I don't know if this guy was there.
So, this is a special edition
The many
theater
faces.
only release.
Is it
However,
really?
it's not. It's
Okay.
not theater only release because it's on eBay everywhere and it's still not in theaters. So after you came down, I was like, dude, Evan, we gotta prepare because by the way, we're ruining the magic. We planned this whole thing. Everything was scripted. Even David was in on it.
And also thankful to Sam and Lucas for helping us. Like we were like immediately, okay, hey, we might get a junket spot. We have 4 minutes. Any and all the ideas, like let's run this site. So yeah,
So we went over the questions in that room, and randomly you got a call from one of the producers or something. Saying, get up here now.
Yeah. Literally, we were on we were like sitting down. We were feeling good,
Smoking
and
a
the woman was
joint.
like, "Hey, come! Like we'll come and get you when we're ready to go." And we were like, "Hey, I might as well just take you up there so you can see what the room." I wanted him to see what it was like before we started, just so he can get like comfortable and everything. I didn't. This was a work day, so I was like, I was so nervous going into this because I don't like being in front of the camera.
You
And
were
I was terrified.
shaking,
And-
visibly shaking.
And so I was like, working and then having to think about this whole thing. And then 11:45 comes around. Then I'm like, okay, here we go. And then I got a call from our handler. He was like, hey, we're ready for you. And I was like, we broke early. We've been running late. And so we rush up there and we literally walk in. Nick and Rachel have gone to lunch. And
I was hoping. I
know. I also wanted to get you up there so you could see Rachel and Nick, and hopefully David would have introduced you to them. But also David played his part really well because as soon as we got up there, he didn't want to make eye contact. He was like looking down
to his phone.
He was talking to someone.
Thank you, Juilliard. You taught him well.
Yeah.
So we get there, and Steve goes, "What is he doing?" No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
He takes your phone.
Steven Nazikoff, his manager, obviously, a great manager.
Yes, Steve, love your watch, by the way. Evan goes, "Hey, can you guys
Can you
film the whole thing?"
walking?
And they go, "What? What?" And he goes, "Hey, Steve, just take my phone."
Yeah.
So we walk on, boom, roll the clip.
And like they've been doing this all day. So there's like 4 or 5 people that have like, are very professional. They have a person telling us what time at the time, 2 camera people. And this, and like I'm aware of all this, but also like being now a part of the media, I had no idea what to expect, right?
So funny. I loved that the girl who kept saying, "Can you say it to the camera?"
Yeah,
I kept going,
how many times do I gotta say manly thing? Sort of. Goddamn. Like you get it.
By the way, big bit me coming and going sort of really aggressively.
Yeah, very.
The fans
aggressive.
love
Yeah,
it.
Great.
We went through with the whole interview. It was so funny.
Great.
We finished. And then we went and got some lunch.
And I was like so relieved that this whole thing was over. But it's really what 4 or 5 minutes does. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank you to people who have viewed it and shared it and everything like that. Yeah, what did you guys think of it? Our team over here.
Felt great about it.
Good.
I thought it was great. I mean, yes, like scripted is a word to say, right? But it wasn't entirely scripted. I mean, he didn't necessarily know every bit
True.
we were going to do.
True.
He didn't know what you were going to give him. He didn't know, So I think that all in all, like his reaction was solid. And I think with the overwhelming response that I have seen is like David seems so exhausted from everything going on, and everyone seems to be commenting like, it seems like this was a nice moment for David to like hang out for a second,
Yeah,
like take a breath.
He was almost like relaxed with. I feel like I did notice that, like looking at what we did versus like what other people have done.
He
Like,
doesn't need to
super relaxed.
be in interview mode because it's
He doesn't have to be
also,
the
by the way,
Superman
controls the
encyclopedia.
content we put out. So it's like at
True.
the end of the day, you know, if he doesn't want it out, it's not coming out.
I
So-
also like that he said that he didn't approve this, and
Yeah,
people saying, "Wait, this is actually David
online,
Corenswet?"
in the comment section, everyone's going, "Wait, is this actually him?" Yes, dude. Look at the fucking videos that are on it. It's him when he's 12 years old.
I
So
went through the
good.
channel because I was like, I was one of those guys. I was like, this is actually him that commented.
Wait, are there actual videos on his YouTube thing?
I think it's the video of that he filmed with him and his buddies in Narberth where they're trying to. Oh God, I forget. But there's a movie review of Ian and Leo. You know Leo?
I love Leo. The deep voice Leo, right? I love that dude.
You have to go on that
I gotta
YouTube
check it
channel.
out,
It's
yeah.
fucking hilarious.
Well,
Do you also know that David is big on Twitter?
okay?
I don't think his PR team knows that he has a Twitter.
Is he active with it?
Dude, he's tweeting like he's
like-
tweeting all the fucking time.
Oh no!
And it's
Great,
all
and good,
promotional
yeah.
stuff
Okay,
and
good,
like
good.
whatever. But
But he also
he's
wouldn't do
allowed
anything,
to show
so.
his personality and comedy there.
Lovely. Go check him out on Twitter. Promote
Check him out on Twitter and YouTube.
I had no idea that he had like such comedic roots. Like I knew he was
Oh.
theater trained. I knew all that, but like all I'd seen him in before was Hollywood. That was the
Yeah,
only thing I
yeah,
knew
yeah.
him from. And
He's
that's
too
like
pretty to be considered funny.
I-
maybe
right?
that's true.
But I think he has a strong appreciation for funny and I think the art of comedy.
And what he really is he's extremely quick.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
not
yeah.
witty. There's no wit about him, but he can think of something really quickly and just like nail it on the head.
He's so goddamn smart. I've been watching because I haven't been able to sleep some of the night, so like I've been watching Maisel because I love that last season of Maisel is so good. But the last season, there's a very really smart joke from one of the dads, and I'm not going to go into it because I'm going to butcher it, but like I literally said the joke to David from like the script, and he was like, "It's funny," and then he reconstructed the joke in a short story form that was actually funnier than the joke, and I was like, yeah, it's good, but I like that the quicker joke because it's quicker. But like that's David's mind. He's like too smart to be like like a comedian if you think about it.
Long form scripts are boring.
exact-
as
right,
fuck.
Well, that's the
right.
only reason our situation worked, right? Is because we could go in there with these bullshit questions and say, "Oh, well, David will figure out how to figure that out."
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like that's we can't ask everybody that question. I mean,
Yeah.
we've had people on the show who you ask questions to that are pretty straightforward and they have a hard time. So you handing him a Truman Capote book is not exactly the
Right.
easiest thing
Which,
to
by the
respond
way,
to.
can we name the title of it? Because I'm a dickhead and didn't say "In Cold Blood" by Truman Capote. If you want to read it, fantastic read.
and here are the we actually I threw out the idea to him like, hey, if you want to we're gonna look at note cards. I think something funny would if you just say, is there anything on those note cards? We'll deny it, but there are things
Tons
on
of
these note
stuff.
cards.
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
like-
we had to be prepped for this.
Like stage directions. I
Yeah.
wrote stage directions for it.
No, but it turned out well, and we're happy with it. Sorry. It turned out well, and we're happy with it. But
we're gonna wrap up the show a little bit, but
Yeah.
there's still more to talk about.
I feel like it's a lot about. I'm excited. I'm sorry. I want to talk more about like the next couple episodes of the next like month. Let's not talk about me. Let's not talk about David or Superman. We need to find ways
Me?
to. Yeah, we need
Me?
more. We need more about
There's
you.
nothing going
We
on
need
with
more
me.
about you.
Well,
This
we
is
can
way
talk
too much
about what
about me.
I'm wearing to the premiere because
Oh, I love that. Yeah,
Dude.
the process behind it all. Yeah,
I
document the whole thing.
I texted David. I should have just filmed anyway,
Yeah.
but I texted him and I was like, "Hey, dude, just want to let you know that I plan on filming some like vlog footage of me shopping today." He didn't answer, so I was like, "Do I film anything? Do I?
No, you need
What
to.
do I do? I know." So what I'll do is tomorrow. I still have the day off tomorrow.
Okay.
Premiere starts at 9 p.m. I'm gonna go and pretend like I'm shopping at Century City.
Good idea.
I'm gonna get a 360 cam, hold it right above me so I get the worst angle possible.
Perfect.
Gonna do it.
Perfect.
Enough about me. Seriously, me
Me-
of all
me?
people. Lucas is far more important.
Well, yeah, we
At
need
Lucas.Cavanagh on Twitter and Instagram
all
does some
movie
great
reviews.
content on
Wait,
there.
did you watch F1 yet?
I love F1. Did you see it?
No, I have not. I want to
it's
so
awesome.
I
bad.
heard
Are you,
it's
an, are you an
great.
F1 fan?
No,
Okay.
The movie is really it does a really good job at it's very accessible.
Okay.
It's very accessible. I didn't watch Drive to Survive. I didn't watch anything. I kind of compared it to like a Barbie movie where it's like it's a racing movie. It's obviously a F1 promo, but it kind of makes fun of itself a little bit. Like there's a
cool.
character in there who like introduces himself as the guy who watches Drive to Survive. And like you immediately
Funny.
know if you're like an F1 fan, like who that.
So they
guy
knew they
is.
got a lot of audience off of
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Great.
But it's really great. It's a good time. It's like just a good sports movie.
What about Jurassic Park?
I didn't see it.
Okay.
I heard it was crappy, but
Do we
F1
need
was
8
great.
fucking Jurassic Park movies? No.
Come on. And I'm sorry. Sorry. Scarlett Johansson and Jonathan
Bailey?
Bailey?
Your boy from fucking Wicked, dude? Go to bat for him.
Groff? Jonathan Groff?
No, Bailey's
Wicked.
Wicked's the
Oh.
guy
I
from...
thought you said Spring Awakening.
What?
Sorry, I've been listening to so much Broadway.
Spring. Oh my, that's great.
Not a single similar sound.
No, that's hilarious.
What the fuck, dude?
No, I will say
These 2 weeks have been a whirlwind.
I'm thankful for the job that I get. I was in London at the same time as Wimbledon, so I have all these fucking lanyards here from like the press days, junkets, whatever. This
It's
is
most
the number
valuable
one valuable one. I
Don't you
got
have a
to
tennis
go
ball from here
to
too?
Wimbledon on Thursday. I saw Yannick Sinner play. I saw Iga Swiatek play. It was a tremendous experience, and it reminds me when on the day of the Met Gala that I had Chris Hemsworth go. I got him out the door, rushed him out the door, ran down at Madison Square Garden and saw the Knicks play the Pacers in the playoff. The fashion opens up doors to sports.
Mhm.
That's where I'm at. I want sports.
We
I
should
don't
get.
care about fashion.
We should probably
I want
train
sports.
David in either basketball or football and say, "Hey, dude, kind of like fuck the acting. Let's
Yeah,
get you into
or
sports."
just only do sports, like be an actor for sports movies. So like we can just go to all the sports stuff.
That's out.
that
People
out?
are talking about it.
Okay, so
I
he's
don't-
doing a football movie, guys.
Mr. Irrelevant. People know about it.
Hey, check out Mr. Irrelevant.
No,
It's coming out
not
at
yet.
some point at the end of this year or next year.
Or even the following year. Who knows?
Who fucking knows?
dude?
I need to give a shout out because I've been following the boy at the Soups.
Oh, dude, Soup.
He
Soups.
is so
Bro,
sick.
I got his phone number. We need to have him on the show. He would love to come on the
He
show.
is so sick.
No, he's a really good dude.
He's hosting
Genuine
the
good
premiere
dude.
tomorrow.
Yeah. Genuine good dude. Hung out with him in London. Got his phone number.
I was just gonna say he's been doing these Love Island reactions that are so funny.
We'll find a way to talk to him tomorrow. Have the
Please.
phone ready to go.
Please.
We'll talk to him tomorrow. It'd be great.
So, what was I saying?
That you want to talk about Soups. What do you want to say about Soups?
I don't know. What was I saying?
Wait, what did you want to say about him? I don't know what you
Yeah,
want to
why'd
say.
you bring Soups up in the first place?
I know,
Because I
but
was
it's-
talking
but
about the
it's-
LA
but it's
premiere,
funny.
then the New York
But it's
premiere.
genuinely funny because like I probably talked to like 15 people, random fucking people. He was the one that was like super friendly and like we hung out and he like gave me it was like actually a genuine relationship that was formed. So like it was
I'm
great.
pretty deep into the DCU fandom. When I went to Kimmel, by the way, I was in the audience at Kimmel.
Yeah. I think it was a great idea. Great idea.
I love he waved at me and I felt like a proud father. It was
Love it.
amazing.
Love it.
Even though he's older than me, weird. When I was leaving, they had a moment outside where they were giving things away, and I turn around and this young woman is tapping me on the shoulder and going, "Hey, are you Sally?" It turns out she runs a DC fan account, one of the popular ones.
That also happened to me at the junket. I'm walking out. I have to go to the bathroom or something, or get a coffee or something like that. Walking down the hallway, and this guy comes up and he's like, "Evan, man, I love you and Sally on the podcast." And that's the first time that's ever happened to me of like somewhat being recognized. We have a small platform. genuinely thank anyone who's listening.
Small,
And
3.37. Let's fucking go.
But this dude, he pulled me. He's like, he made really like what you guys are doing with the podcast. His name's Albert Lawrence. He's like a TV critic. Bounces around between networks and everything like that. But looks sharp. He always kind of we can even like throw some images up. He like always looks sharp.
I watched his interview. He did a great interview.
He's going to be at the carpet on tomorrow, and he was going to say like, I want to see what your boy's wearing. I do want to. We'll find a way to talk to him at some point. But it's I don't know. Again, we have a small audience, and we appreciate the viewership and listeners. But to be any sort of recognized or say, because he was all smiles and loves what we do. So who knows?
So now you're going to New York and.
We got New York. We're finishing in New York. Then I gotta go. Then like I thought my life was over as a stylist. That Superman was over, but now we're back at it with Hemsworth in London the following week. So
great.
It's a normal fucking stylist life, dude. We're back at it.
What do you got going on in New York? Is there anything special happening?
Well, everything is special, Sally. We have the Today Show. We have Sesame Street. We have the Empire State Building. We have The View and like a Sirius XM spot.
David's gonna be on The View.
That's
The View is my favorite show.
Yeah, The View and I'm excited for all that stuff, man. So we'll see. I've got about like 8 more looks, and then we can party. I'm gonna get extremely wasted next weekend. We're looking forward to it.
How are you feeling?
Good. Did I think my life was gonna like ultimately change after this? No. I still got 3 kids and a wife at home that I gotta go back to. So nothing's different. We're good. We're back at it, man.
My life is crazy recently.
This whole thing. Well, let's get back to our lives and wrap this shit up. No more talking about me, Superman, David, any of that stuff. So more about you the next couple ones, okay?
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Sounds good. Let's go.
This has been Manly Things.
Sort of.